And good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today is, of course, it's July 20th. Let's make sure which day it is. Yeah, Thursday, July 20th. We have a very special guest in the studio with us here today. Before I even tell you who they are, I'm going to go ahead and tell you we are live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. Because, hey, that's what you do with, super important guests like Abby Richards. We have her in the studio today. Hey, Abby.
Good morning.
Good morning, dear. It's so cool to have you in studio. We also are joined by your friend and dad. We got Lieutenant Dan Keever, as well as Chief Joel Richards, both from the Carrollton Police Department. Today we're going to be chatting about Abby's House, the initiative and fundraiser to help basically get together a house for Abby Richards. So, Abby, I believe you're 23 now, correct?
24.
24. You turned 24. Awesome. Well, Abby was born with a rare genetic disorder called Fraser syndrome. She was born blind with fused eyelids. She has some hearing issues, and she has endured over 90 surgical procedures across her lifetime. And living with this syndrome comes with a variety of challenges, including isolation. You gotta, of course, have care and adjust to specific activities. But the biggest challenge has been financial difficulties. So Abby has big dreams. She's dreamed about having her own house where she can feel safe and secure and have her own independence and a nice space where she can do all the cool and creative things that she does. Ain't that right, Abby?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you have done, you do a lot of cool things, and we're going to be talking all about that here shortly. But yeah, today we're talking about an ongoing fundraiser with the Carrollton, the Tony Garrett Lodge of the Fraternal Order of Police, and with the Carrollton PD. We're also, as I mentioned, joined by Lieutenant Dan Keever and Chief Joel Richards. I think if we could, real quick, let's speak briefly with each of our secondary guests, of course, and then we'll throw it over to Abby. So first, let's jump over to Lieutenant Dan Keever. Lieutenant Dan, how are you today, sir?
Good, sir. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the program. Could you talk a bit about yourself and a bit of a bio about you, and if you could tell us how talk to us about how this initiative came together.
Sure. I graduated from the University of West Georgia in 1993, a long time ago, and I was hired by the Carrollton Police Department shortly after, and I've been there almost 30 years. And basically, I work domestic violence investigations, and I'm supervisor over that unit and the crime scene unit and property and evidence. So that's my job there at the police department.
Excellent. So you're a member of the Fraternal Order of Police.
I am.
Could you talk a bit about your role, not just with the FOP, but with this fundraiser in particular?
Well, so I am the first vice president of the Carrollton Fraternal Order of Police, and we first heard about this project that Joel had an idea for Abby, and it derived from a lot of the issues she was having there at home. And he talked about it in front of our president, Eddie LeBlanc, and Eddie thought it would be a great idea for the Fraternal Order of Police to get involved and maybe do a fundraiser, and he brought it to my attention, and I thought it was a fabulous idea. But we knew we'd need the community's help to get this started, so we got a committee together, and we decided that we needed to start putting this out to the public to get some interest in helping us, and it started taking off quick.
That's fantastic. When we first caught wind, I know that this is we attempted to, we had to reschedule the show a couple of times, something about a lightning strike. But we're very glad that after all this time, we were able to finally make it happen and sit down and talk about a great initiative. I mean, a great fundraiser to help a great gal.
Yeah, it's great. We're excited about this. It's been a lot of fun. We're probably halfway through our project, but we need a little bit more to get to the finish line with this project. So it's been a lot of community support and help with this project. We've had a lot of partnerships with different businesses in the community, and they've been great, and they've done a great job for us to this point.
Well, shout out to all the businesses that have participated, and of course, Officer Eddie LeBlanc. We love him. We hate he couldn't be here with us today,
right.
But he definitely, he works his fingers to the bone to make sure that the FOP is taken care of and that officers are taken care of. If we could throw it over to Chief Joel Richards with the Carrollton Police Department. Morning, Joel.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Joel's adjusting here with the cameras and mic and everything. Joel, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I appreciated Lieutenant Dan kind of taking us through some of this here. Could you talk to us a bit about about the kind of home that would best serve Abby.
Yeah, so I have always had a dream of Abby having her own home. And so I mentioned it one day to Eddie, and I think I may have been asking Eddie about if he could get a deal on lumber, because Eddie owns CMB Rentals, also builds stores buildings, and it went from there. And I'll be honest, my pride gets in the way a lot of the times. And so when Eddie and Dan finally talked me into it, I realized that this is a very generous community. They prove that every year with our fundraiser for Shot with a Cop, our golf tournament, our Cuff for a Cause for Special Olympics. And, when Eddie and Dan talked me into it, I realized that this community really wants to bless Abby, and I'd be taking that from them. And she just wanted something small, so I talked to Eddie. On Eddie's recommendation, I talked to Alan Bell and Zach Bell with Alan Bell Architect and Associates, and they offered to design Abby a house that would be suitable for her, for somebody who is visually impaired. And they did all that for free, and got with Scott Cunningham, who's our general contractor, who had lunch with Abby one day and said, "Abby, I want to build you a house." And then Dan's, I don't want to leave anybody's name out, but Dan has a list of all the people who have generously donated to this project. And again, we're almost at the finish line. We just need a little bit more to cross it. And Abby's very excited. I'll let her tell you all about that.
Yeah, I can completely understand. I'm not surprised at all that your pride would start trying to jump in the way, but I'm really glad that you see for what it is. You see that we're in a community. I always say, I look a testament to how supportive and loving our community is. Absolutely. All you need to see is look how many nonprofits, look how many organizations, right, that are out there trying to help people from all walks of life, no matter what they're going through, because everyone in their own way needs help at some point or another. And I love that this is that manifesting here right now in the community. Folks wanting to get together and celebrate one of the coolest girls that I've ever met in my life. I'm pretty sure most people feel the same. The one and only Abby Richards. Abby, what's up, girl?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. So we're still here in the intro portion of the show, and I wanted to just take a minute to let's check in with you. Well, first, why don't you just tell us about you? Tell us about you and what kind of things you like to do and what you're interested in.
Oh, you mean one of my favorite hobbies outside of home or outside of work?
All of them.
Oh, shoot, let me tell y'all. I love hanging out with my friends and all my family members. Shout out to all my family and friends who are watching on Facebook and listening on the radio. Hello.
Awesome.
I am working at the UWG bookstore now. I've been working since January 10th, 2022, so it's been a year now. And I'm making a lot of money.
Yeah, I bet. Of course.
Yeah.
As you should be, because I know you work incredibly hard at the bookstore.
Yes, I do, and I take off every Fridays.
Every Friday, that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to make sure to take time for you, and also to allow time to facilitate your interests and hobbies, because you do a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah, and I recently, I'm going to try not to get emotional, because I just auditioned for Frankenstein, and since, if you guys have heard the news or not, you can look on the website if you haven't seen it. I did not make the audition this time. I tried my best, and there's always next year, so
What did you do prior to the Frankenstein?
I tried out for Chief About a Dozen, and I made it. It was so good, and I played Miss Hoboken. She was the assistant who follows the mean teacher around the house and makes sure that she stays calm.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you say your character was Miss Hoboken?
Yes, sir, it was.
That's a great play. And let me tell you, when it comes to auditions, you're talking to someone across the table here, myself, that I've gone to a lot of auditions, and I'll tell you, most of them I didn't get. But what I learned is, and I think this is something you know as well, it's like, even when it doesn't come together, it's okay, because it's all part of the plan. Mm-hmm. And you take the energy that you put into that, and then you take and put it towards the next one. Because no matter how many auditions you may go to, sometimes it's just about finding that right fit. Mm-hmm. And you're immensely talented. You have a YouTube channel. I know that you like to sing as well. Yeah. What kind of musicians do you like?
I like Christian. I like pop.
Nice.
And I like 80s, 90s, and I wasn't at the 10th spot. I'm serious at Santa, my mom's car.
That's so cool. So I want to ask, are you a Taylor Swift fan?
I love Taylor Swift.
Are you? That's
Yes.
great. That's fantastic. We need to tag her in this video so maybe she can share it and get some attention to this great work we're doing.
Yeah, and I'm also interested in acting because I want to be on movies like Disney, horror, comedy, Christian, fantasy, sci-fi, Nickelodeon, Paramount, Universal.
Yeah.
Yes, I am interested in all those kind of movies and TVs.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Oh my gosh. Ooh,
I know that's hard.
Jesus, that's a hard decision to make. I don't know. Mm-mm.
We'll tell you what. If you think about, if you do decide you have a favorite movie, you can let us know by the end of the show. But if not, we'll just be sure to give folks a list before we leave of movies that they can go check out. Time is actually 8:42. We're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Lieutenant Dan Keever and Joel Richards from the Carrollton Police Department, as well as the one and only Abby Richards, as we discuss. There she is. Trust me, if you're you got to tune into the live stream because I love how Abby works with the cameras here. So definitely tune into the live stream. Be sure to share this live stream so we can get attention to this great initiative we're talking about today, Abby's House, the fundraiser to help raise Abby an awesome house. So we're going to talk all about that and a lot more. So stay with us.
The World Language Scholar Journey at Oak Mountain Academy is designed to provide students with a clearly defined, curriculum-based track to acquire essential knowledge and skills for success in biliteracy fields of study. The successful completion of this journey provides colleges with a method to recognize a rigorous foreign language immersion experience for all students at Oak Mountain Academy. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
And we're back to Community Voice. Today is Thursday, July 20th. I'm your host, Josh Engel. We are live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. If you have any questions or comments for our guest, feel free to throw those in. We actually already have, because, Abby is incredibly popular, so we already have comments coming in the live stream. Let's see here. We got Leslie Smith McPherson. We live in such a giving community. We got Angela Brooks Daly. Abby is amazing. Please help her gain independence by donating. We actually have the West Georgia Woman here, the article that they put together celebrating Abby. Kiss 102.7, one of our stations. Let's go, Abby. We have a lot of folks watching. So this is the most popular show of the week, Abby. I think it's because of you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So just briefly, we're going to jump over and talk with Dan here, Lieutenant Dan Keever. From the Carrollton Police Department, and of course we're also joined with Police Chief Joel Richards and his daughter Abby Richards. So if you could you talk to us a bit about where we are currently, and possibly maybe we could chat about some of the businesses or organizations that have stepped in to try to help make this a reality.
Certainly. Well, we knew we needed to get this out to the community. We needed community help to get this started, and I reached out to Angela Daly with West Georgia Woman Magazine. She did a fabulous article on Abby back in March, and we got a copy of that.
Yeah, hold it up for the cameras there so they can see.
Which way?
Oh, here we go.
I'll
I'll hold it up this way. Great picture of Abby here.
So Angela did a great article and talked about the project and what our goals were with the project. And, of course, Joel mentioned Alan Bell and Zach Bell got together and did the plans for us. We looked at that first plan and first idea, and it was the money was a little bit much, we thought. And so they actually went in and redrew the plans and reduced the footprint a little bit to help us with the cost of that. So we really appreciate them doing that for us. But first off, we worked with the city of Carrollton. We had to do some zoning things with them, and they wanted the building to look similar to the original house on the property. So we had to make sure we did all that. and got within their guidelines of what they asked us to do. And so then once we got the article out with West Georgia Woman, we went around some of the businesses, and one of our first businesses was, again, Scott Cunningham. He stepped up and with his business, Deep South Construction Company, and was willing to work with us and help us do this. But one of the first businesses was Quality Built Trusses. Bill Young, he is a great guy, and he stepped up and helped us tremendously get started with the framing package and things like that. And but I guess technically before that we had to clear the lot. So Alan Howard with Omni Christian Services, he donated the funds to get the lot cleared. That was amazing. We really appreciate that.
And where is the lot, by the way? Is it here in Carrollton?
So Joel has about a 3/4 acre lot, so it was big enough that he could put it right there next to his house, so he could be close to Abby and make sure
and she can have the independence in her nice, cool house. That's great.
Right. That's right. So it worked out. That worked out really well that we could put it right there next to his house. So if you go to Joel's house, she's right next door.
That's fantastic.
So that was great. We've had several contractors step up and want to help us. So like Dennis Smith came in and did the plumbing. We had Smith Brothers come in and help us with the supplies to do that. That was amazing. Dennis Jones with West Georgia Electric stepped up big for us, and we really appreciate him for that. Of course, Eddie LeBlanc, he has his C&B rental company, and he's done a lot of things for us as well. Heath Electrical helped us with labor to this point. And Dalton Carpet has stepped up and is going to help us with the flooring. We really appreciate them. One of my friends, Scott Plouffe Heating and Air, he stepped up. Sorry, I get a little emotional sometimes. He stepped up and he donated all the heating and air. It was great. I mean, he's got that pretty much installed to this point. Reached out to a friend of mine, Alex Warren. He has a cousin, Chris Farrell, and they donated the labor to do the sheetrock. So we appreciate them. Alex has actually commercial services, and Chris Farrell on the side, he does what do you call it, food truck kind of thing. But they came in and they had some experience with the labor on sheetrock, so that helped us a lot. Got some help from Mr. Yates at Yates Doors, and Plywood Case has stepped up and helped us with some trim. And eventually, when we get down to it, we'll have to have our landscaping done, and Mike Rainey has stepped up and said he would do all that for us as well. Mr. Robinson with Robinson Overstock has helped us with some items we needed in the house, so that was very helpful. And GW2 Liquidators has also stepped up with some products that we need to supply for the house. And we've just had many people donate money to us and to help us with this, and we really appreciate that as well.
So when because I got to go back to it. A second ago when you were getting caught up and emotional,
Yeah.
I completely understand. I mean, I get it. I completely. What do you think about this? Is it that really moves you? Because like that really hits you so hard? Because honestly, for me personally, as you were going through this list, it's overwhelming when you start listing these people out and you start listing how many companies are just saying, no, don't worry about it. We got this. We got this. I mean,
Yeah, it's amazing.
what does that mean to you, you know?
Well, you've got somebody we want to help, and we know she needs the help, and we know she can't afford to do this on her own. So we knew we needed a lot of help from our community, and they're just pouring into us, and we really appreciate that.
That means everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Abby, how does that make you feel, that you're so loved and so celebrated, that you have all these different groups and organizations wanting to help give you the home of your dreams without any question because they love you?
It makes you feel kind of blessed.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful way to say it. Mm-hmm. Very blessed. Now, we were talking earlier about some of your hobbies and about some of the things that you're interested in. Mm-hmm. When you have your new home, what is something you're looking forward to doing in your new home?
I could have a party, turn on my loud music and then have my friends over.
You don't have to worry about keeping Daddy up with the loud music.
Nope.
You can play Taylor Swift as loud as you want then.
Yes, I can, because I got a karaoke machine.
Nice.
Yes,
so
I do.
You said you wanted to have some friends over. So who are some of your friends you wanted to shout out on the radio?
Rain, I know she's at work. One of my good friend Leslie and her sister Gabby. I hope they're listening together on the radio. Jordan Mason, I'm pretty sure he's probably not listening now, but he's on vacation to Florida. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
So I hope he can listen to it later. My friend Brittany Eccles, I told her about the radio. I hope she's listening too. Hey Brittany, I miss you. And so many friends.
So many friends, more than we could possibly even mention in one show. But what's most important is that they all have one thing in common.
Yeah.
They love you.
So shout out to all of my other friends. I know I couldn't name all of them, but the rest of my friends, I shout out to all of you.
And honestly, shout out to all the businesses and organization that Lieutenant Dan Keever just read through. I mean, that's deeply inspiring, and that's also, I mean, it's pretty much everything you'd ever need to know about why this is such a beautiful community.
And then shout out to my mom and my grandparents on my mom's side that are listening. I'm hoping that my nana and papa are listening too.
Are they excited about the possibility of this house coming together?
Yes, I'm pretty sure they are.
Nice. So are you going to have them all over for a big Sunday dinner?
I would love to have all my family and friends over.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to go and take our second commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to wrap up our conversation with Lieutenant Dan Keever, Police Chief Joel Richards, and the star of the show, Miss Abby Richards, as we talk more about the fundraiser initiative to help get Abby a house. Stay with us.
The Entrepreneur Scholar Journey at Oak Mountain Academy is designed to provide students with a clearly defined curriculum-based track to acquire essential knowledge and skills for success in business and leadership. Critical areas include identifying entrepreneurial characteristics, selecting a value position, and business model development. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
And we're back to Community Voice. Today's Thursday, July 20th. I'm your host, Josh Engel. We are live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. So if you have any last-minute questions or comments for our guests, please feel free to jump on the live stream and throw those in for us. Today, our guests are Lieutenant Dan Keever, as well as Chief Joel Richards from the Carrollton Police Department, and Joel's awesome daughter that's just putting us all to shame with the talent and comedy that she's got, the one and only Abby Richards. We're talking today about, this is a blessing, this fundraiser to help get Abby a house, custom made, to be able to, where she can just function and do anything she wants in this house, and then she can make music, she can act, she can have her friends and family over, and I'm so proud of all the businesses and organizations that have stepped up to make this happen. We do have a few more comments coming in the live stream because, as I said, Abby, you were very popular. We already has Leslie, either Becerra or Becerra. Absolutely love Miss Abby. Tell her I said hey. We got Holly Presnell throwing in some hearts and a star eye emoji because, well, that's the kind of reaction that Abby Richards elicits. Now, before we jump back with Abby, I did want to ask Lieutenant Dan Keever with the Carrollton Police Department and the Fraternal Order of Police. I did want to ask, we've been chatting about a lot of the organizations and businesses that have stepped up, that have supplied materials, heating and air, drywall, a lot more, grading. So if there are folks listening right now that want to step up and join in this initiative to celebrate Abby and help make this happen, how could they do it?
Well, we're nearing the final stages of this project, and one of the few things we got left to do is we're finishing sheetrock now. We're going to need kitchen cabinets. We're going to need to do some finished plumbing and electrical, and then we're going to need to do some rock work on the outside. We're going to have appliances we're going to need, and those kind of things just to kind of finish up the project. And you can always donate. We have a nonprofit 501c3, the Barry Carroll Foundation, associated with the Carrollton Fraternal Order of Police. So if you need that tax break and want to donate, you can do so through that. You can also write a check to the Fraternal Order of Police if you want to. We have an account at the United Community Bank, Abby's House Fund, so you can take a check back there and they can deposit that for you. We also have a GoFundMe account that Alan Bell helped get us started on that, and you can also do that. All these things can be accessed through our Carrollton Fraternal Order of Police Facebook page.
Perfect. So you can go there and get that information. Got more comments coming in. West Georgia Woman Magazine. Abby, you're awesome.
Thank
we
you.
can't wait to see you in your house. Sue Sullivan, you're the best, Abby. Got a lot of heart emojis coming in, as well as Laura Ader Linnaeus. So happy to see this, Abby. Can't wait to show this to Jack. And a bunch of heart emojis.
Hi, Jack.
Awesome. Hey, Jack. So you can go to the Carrollton Fraternal Order of Police Facebook, and you can get all the pertinent links, opportunities that you can donate.
Absolutely.
Abby, so I know you're a big fan of Tyler Perry.
Yes, I am a huge fan since I was 12
Yeah.
and almost 13. I started watching Medea when I was 12. Well, first I was 12, and then I watched another Medea movie when I was 13.
Awesome. So
Yes.
I think what we need to do is on this video, what we need to do is tag Taylor Swift, and we need to
Yes.
tag Tyler Perry, because they need to get together in a big limo, and they need to come down to your new house and have a great party, and maybe hang out and watch some of your YouTube videos. What's your YouTube account? Because you make great videos, and I think people tuning in need to know.
It's Abby Richards, ABBY space RICHARDS.
And what kind of videos do you like to make?
Weekly vlogs.
Weekly vlogs. Dig it. So when you are in this new beautiful home, you're going to have your own studio where you can produce your YouTube content. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I know that we're running low on time, but is there anything that anything you want to say to the West Georgia community, Abby?
Anything you mean, like?
Yeah. What would you like to say from the bottom of your heart to everybody?
I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope to do this again in the future, and I'm hoping that I'll become a great actress, and also I like going out to the movies with my friends. I forgot to mention earlier. Oops.
No, that's okay. That's all right, because you know what? This is all about you.
Yes.
And you are a big fan of art and media, and I think you're going to be in movies one day. I think you are.
Yes, and I love going on rides and Six Flags, fairs. I'm a thrill seeker. I'm a daredevil. Woo!
Yeah, Daredevil. I think we actually have some Six Flags tickets at the studio. I'll tell you what, if you'd like to go again, Joel, we'll hook you up with some Six Flags tickets. But you got to definitely make some videos while you're there so you can put it up on your YouTube channel.
I will. I'm gonna.
Awesome. Well, we have
Jesus.
can't wait. Abby, you were truly the greatest. We got 1 minute left. One more time, Lieutenant Dan Keever, if you could, where can folks find more information?
Yeah, again, reach out to our Carrollton Fraternal Order Police Facebook page. Everything we've talked about today is on there. You can have access to it. If you want to read about the article in West Georgia Woman Magazine, you can find that on Facebook and online. We got a couple other little things we're dealing with as well. Sergeant Landrum with the Villarica Police Department had a medical issue, and we're having a bass fishing tournament for her, and that's in August. You can find all that information on our Facebook page as well. And this coming weekend, the 29th, we're having Cuff for a Cause at Walmart in Carrollton. So please come out and support us at that. It'll be 11 to 3 at Carrollton Walmart. They'll have the jail there and everything, and we'll get Joel in there and see if we can get him bonded out.
Yeah, everybody see if you can help get him bonded out and support a great cause. The Fraternal Order of Police, thank you all for what you do, both for the service to the police department and to our community, but also for all the hard work that we've been putting in for awesome Abby here. Awesome. So, Abby, take us out. Tell everybody that you'll see them next time.
See y'all in the future.
See you then. All right. Thank you so much.